amazing and fabulous people, and welcome to Fab Life. Hi, and for those of you who've just tuned in and it's your very first time to watch Fab Life, Fab Life is my love and expression for fashion, the luxury lifestyle, and movies. And speaking about movies, I would like to welcome my guest host, who's none other than my beautiful director, Maria Pureza Liventhal. My gosh, your name is so long.
I love my name.
And oh, they're all her names. And congratulations to Honeybees, by the way.
Thank you.
If you haven't seen Honeybees, please tune in at the social media shows page on Facebook and all the other social media platforms.
Yes.
And love the hair, by the way. I
Thank
love
you.
the disheveled look. And yes, and the reason why you're here today
Yes, and the reason why I'm here
is
today.
because you love Fast and the Furious.
Yes, I am a big fan of the
Yeah.
Fast and the Furious. I watch it all the way from the beginning to the end. In
Yeah.
fact, I know that someplace we
Uh-huh.
have the whole DVDs.
Okay.
Yes, and I am a big fan of Paul Walker.
Yeah.
Condolence to the family.
Unfortunately,
Yes.
yeah, he passed. Yeah,
Yeah, driving.
A
No, well,
very,
he's a passenger, but
gruesome way to die. But we will always have fond memories of Paul Walker,
yes,
and he will
yes.
always be immortalized
Yep.
with his movies.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, and I'm a big fan of those. Watch him from first season to sixth season.
Oh wow.
Yes.
It's like a television show, my God. They should have just placed it on TV.
No, I like it. Yeah.
How many Fast and the Furious movies out there?
8.
It's crazy.
8, including this Hobbs and show.
Oh my gosh, that's like a whole television season
Yes.
and then some. It's
Yes.
almost like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, I believe he is on the 7th, but it's the beginning
Yeah.
only, and then the last part is the brother.
Oh, the brother, yes,
yes.
yeah. It was, that one I saw. It was digitally composited, and I love the fact that in the older Fast and the Furious, two of my favorite ladies are there. Elsa Patakis. I don't know if I got your name wrong. Who became the wife of Chris Hemsworth of Thor.
Oh, really?
Yes, in real.
Is this the lady? Is the sister of Dwayne Johnson? And I no.
No,
Dwayne.
she has blonde hair. She has blonde hair.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Got you. The
Yeah.
cop.
Okay, the blonde hair and Gal Gadot, the tall lady with the black hair. She later on became DC's Wonder Woman.
Oh.
So I love the fact that this movie was a springboard for these actresses
Yep.
to either get promoted or the other one got love.
Yes.
Ended up with a hunky guy, a hunka
Hunka.
burning love. It's like Chris Hemsworth. Oh my gosh.
Yes, we have a lot of viewers right now.
Oh wow,
Yes.
wow.
So I would like to thank all
Yes.
those who tune in, and
Yes.
for those people who loves Fast and the Furious like me.
Yes.
Stay tuned because we're gonna actually give our own opinion about the movie.
Yes. And of course your opinions are valid too. So please comment, click, like and share.
Yes, please do that.
Yes. So that
Pay it forward.
Yeah, pay it forward. So this
We've been talking about that since
Yeah.
the first show today.
and we promise you that as Fab Life on social media shows becomes even more popular and famous out there, I promise you to give you better
Reviews.
better reviews, a better show, better everything. Yes, because
I
then,
thought you were gonna give them money.
well, who knows? If you can make me as big as Oprah, I'll probably end up giving you a car.
You got a
To
car,
the
you got a
lucky
car, you
winner,
got a
yeah.
car, you got a car.
Yeah, I'll be like, look underneath your chair. You got a car. Oh, okay. That's so funny. So anyhow, about this current movie, the Hobbs and Shaw, did this really tie in to the other Fast and the Furious?
Honestly speaking, it didn't.
Okay, so this is a
I
standalone
Yeah,
movie.
it's more for me. It's more of a standalone. The only thing that I can see the connection is Dwayne Johnson, right, and
Mm-hmm.
Jason Statham,
Yes.
and also they didn't use anything
Mm-hmm.
that was used on the previous movie.
Okay.
The only thing that they use is at the end when they do the boost
Yes,
power.
yes,
The
yeah.
boost power is, oh yeah, that's the Fast and the Furious. That's
Yeah.
the only time. However, even though I'm saying this, am I saying something here?
No, 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 no,
Okay.
you're good. You're
Although
good.
I'm saying this, it's still for me because it's production of the
Yes.
same. You know what I mean? So I think it is still a continuation, no matter what.
No matter what.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
still love it.
Yeah, that's really, really, really super awesome. Wow, wow, that's
And
amazing.
I don't scream a lot on movies and TV shows, but
Oh my gosh, in this one, I noticed I would there's oh my gosh, and that was
like,
like
I'm like,
a and we were both on a reclining chair. So I was watching the movie and I was listening to her and I was like this. And then I'm listening to her. Oh my gosh, is she gonna scream some more?
and you know what
Oh.
funny was?
Mhm.
We don't have too much people because we went on the late.
On the late night
Yeah,
show,
so
yeah.
it's so well if there's a lot of people in front and the side behind me, I don't scream that loud. But because I know that there's nobody else there, I can scream
Scream,
as loud
yeah.
as I want to.
But you'll be surprised. I've been in I've seen movies where it's fully packed and people
Still
screaming, and not to go off on a tangent, like even in horror movies, I like, oh my gosh, don't go in there. Or in this case, it's an action packed thriller.
I love it.
So
That is my type of movie. Come
It's
on.
like,
Bring it on.
edge of the seat, clench fisting moment. You're
It's amazing, guys. I highly recommend it. I know that there are some points where they are become so it's corny.
Okay.
Yeah, there are some few parts that's corny.
Yeah.
But if you are a Fast and the Furious fan, no matter how corny it is, you
Yeah.
gotta love it.
And also, I would like to say congratulations to Dwayne Johnson and Jason Statham, because they actually produced and directed this
the
movie. So,
yes.
yay, you guys were behind the scenes as well. I don't know how you guys did it, but you guys did a phenomenal job. I mean, welcome to the movie industry.
You know what I love about this movie too is
Uh-huh.
it's very diversified.
Yes.
It's very diversified. They shown few places that probably we don't heard of.
Yes.
And it's amazing.
Yes.
They show some real lifestyle of other
Yes.
people around there that we
Yes.
don't never heard of.
Yeah, like
The Samoa.
they went to the UK, and the scenes in the UK were like fabulously and marvelously shot. You could see what London is like, the old and the new, fused together. Did you notice the old buildings, and then
Yeah.
in the back there's like this glass skyscraper?
Yes.
So, they're showing the action-packed thriller, through the streets of London, and you're like, darn it, I want to go to London now just to see, all those places too. And yes, Samoa looked breathtaking in this. It's like a getaway paradise.
Yes.
So
Samoa. Yes.
it's a complete contrast from England.
England,
Yeah.
yes.
So I love it that they had like these contrasts and not all England. Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
It's like, wow, they really did their research, and their location shoot was just
Phenomenal.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See, we
it's
say that at the same
amazing.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how good it is. For those people who never watched it yet, go ahead. Bill, somebody sent something from Brazil is saying hi. Bill, did
Hi,
you watch?
Bill.
Did you watch the
Yeah.
that Hobbs and Show movie?
Please don't sleep yet. I know that you're saying good night, and it's probably already nighttime in Brazil. Don't say good night yet, my friend.
But anyways, so you
I'll
know,
private message you later. I'm just kidding.
you know what funny is um, like what I said. Even though I believe that was just premiered when we went, or it's already past one week.
I think it's already passed.
One,
It's already
oh,
passed.
okay.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
It's already.
this is Fast and the Furious, guys. Why there's no people at 10 o'clock? It should be still
Yeah,
busy.
yeah. It's been passed.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
also the other things that I wanna actually, I forgot what's the song or what's the song in the beginning.
Uh-huh.
Yes, the song in the beginning is just totally off to the scenes. I really don't like it. It's that.
I actually like it, and the reason being is that it throws you off. Like when
Yeah,
you
like
hear the
why is
music,
the music
yeah,
relevant
you hear it, and you don't associate
with
with
the
Hobbs
action?
and Shaw.
The action.
And I love it because it brought a sense of unpredictability. Like, oh, this is unpredictable. You know that
Oh,
those little details of cinema is very important.
important.
Yeah, because you're throwing off the audience, and you think that it's going one way, and it turns out it's going the other
Other.
direction.
Yeah, you know everything. I hate movies that actually I can tell the end.
Yeah,
And this, like what you said, this is very unpredictable
unpredictable.
movie.
Yeah.
So you think you know what's going on, but no, it's not. I love the part when I'm gonna spoilers alert. I love the part when they're trying to find this girl,
Uh-huh.
and they didn't agree to work together, right? And then I thought one will go home,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
or one will quit. But
Uh-huh.
then they went. Spoilers alert! They went.
Uh-huh.
They went to do the job by themselves,
Wow, that's
independently.
amazing. Yeah, yeah.
Independently.
Yes,
So
yes.
yeah, I said spoilers alert.
Yes, yes. So we warned you. Yeah, and now I'd like to pause and say hi to Dana Day. Hi, Dana Day, and Sachi. Well, thank you for calling me handsome, Miss Beautiful. You are beautiful as well. Uh, I should have you in Fab Life because Sachi is actually a great singer.
Oh, nice.
She
Hi,
she
Sachi.
performs here in Vegas, so
Yeah,
perhaps
we
one of
need
the
you. We need you.
yes,
We probably
yeah,
really need you in the
yeah.
future because
She's a rock star.
we
She's
have
yeah,
we have so much things coming up, big things coming up
yeah,
with us. So
and probably we could do some live streaming if you have a concert.
yes.
Yeah, we can go over there and do some ambush interview
Thank you
live
for the
stream.
like.
Yes, thank you. And Dana Day is a good friend of Dania Thomas, and she's also a singer. So great, yeah, some musicians in the house.
I know, musician in the
Yeah, I
house.
love it. I love it.
So how what do you rate about what do you?
First of all, I really loved it because there was a scene over there that once again it was unpredictable, and I wasn't expecting for it to happen.
What is that?
And I'm not gonna say. You have to see it.
Come
You
on,
have to see it.
spoilers alert. What
Yeah,
is it?
yeah.
Okay,
You know,
just
it it it.
come on, I wanna know. You never talk to me about it. What
I
is
did.
it?
I spoke to you in the movie theater, and
No, but I forgot
I
what is it. I am in the middle of the scene.
oh,
So
okay.
okay, just give a clue.
A clue is just that it was like a completely out of character scene wherein, oh my gosh, this is spoiler alert. Wherein a guy who wasn't really physically driven. He was like he called the shots in that
Oh,
scene. Yeah,
got
but
you.
let's not.
I know. No, I know already.
Yeah, let's
I already
not
know.
talk
Got
about
it.
what he did. But
I got it.
he it was very nice to see a regular person, stand up, be bold, and be brave, and take on the
Yes.
bad guys without any fear at all.
Yes. Yes.
Because
I know.
you only see the big, hunky superheroes or the glamazon women that take on the bad guys, but you don't see an everyday person do that. And to me, that was refreshing.
Yeah.
It was very refreshing to do that.
And you know what? This is also for the whole family movie.
Yes.
Because it talks a lot how we respect our mother.
Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to say next. Yes.
Yes, it's it's we can see how powerful women are.
Yes.
Mandating the whole community, male community.
Matriarch with a capital letter M. And she's like, I am mother.
Yes,
Listen to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm gonna beat you with this slipper.
Yeah. And the big guys were scared. No,
Yeah,
mama, no.
no.
Meantime, they could beat up like the other guy.
It's a respect. I love that part.
Yeah,
because I believe that is the culture in Samoa. That's why they show that culture.
Yes.
That
And
culture.
for those who don't know, Dwayne Johnson is actually Samoan.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what I was kind of thinking.
Yes, he is Samoan.
It's
So
kind of thinking.
so that I love the fact that he showed his culture, and he's not ashamed of it, and he's very proud of it. And I think that's what we need to be to whatever your ethnic background is. I don't think you should hide it and be ashamed of it, but like wear it with a badge, considering that you're a good representation of your country.
I love,
Yeah.
I love when you say that, JC, because like what I was mentioning on honeybees earlier, I was told earlier that this guy, I'm not gonna mention your name because I love you.
Okay.
He told me that before he hated his own race.
Oh, okay.
That's why he dated a different culture.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, he just totally. It's not because he find them ugly or something, but he just totally don't wanna date any of his culture. And eventually, he actually told me that when you get older, so he's old probably. He said you will realize everything what you did, and he realized that not dating women in his culture is not because they are not beautiful, but it's because he hated himself.
Oh, okay. He had like an identity crisis of some
Yes.
sort. Yeah.
So he after he actually changed that, now he is dating all nationality. I'm sorry
No,
if you know
the thing.
if you know whom I'm talking about,
No,
because
no,
yeah, I don't wanna I don't wanna
I
don't
don't,
wanna blow
you-
up his game.
You
Okay.
did a marvelous job in concealing the secret. I don't even know who that person
Yeah,
is.
you don't know.
But anyhow, not to go off on a tangent because we're still doing the movie review. In the inner healing program that I went to many years ago, that falls under the category of ethnic shame. When you are ashamed of your ethnic background and all, that's ethnic shame. And I mean, for that, one really needs to get delivered from that, and that was shown marvelously in this movie where like
Yes.
Dwayne just
Just
proudly show it.
Yeah.
I am
A
Samoan,
Samoan.
and if you have any problems with that, we'll deal with it. He showed the family unit of the Samoans, and it's the mother.
Yes. Yes.
The mother is the structure. I'm wondering what happened to the dad, but like never mind.
Yes. We'll
Now,
never
where did
know.
the dad go? Did he go fishing for a whale, or I don't know?
Well, this show actually is a suspense thriller action comedy show.
Yes, Comedy, yes.
Yes, it's very, you know, I highly recommend it to everybody.
Yes.
Bring your family because you guys gonna have fun.
Yes.
Although there's a lot of screaming if you bring me. If I gonna go watch again, I promise you, I'm still gonna scream. Okay.
Yes.
That's how much I love Fast and the Furious.
And
That's
now,
how he loves Marvel.
yes. And now I'd like to say hello to Reina B. Trejo. Hi, Reina. And Martha de los Reyes from the Philippines. Hi, Marts. And Dania Day again.
Dania Day again.
Yes, so that's really awesome. So my overall review of Hobbs and Shaw, it's really a fun popcorn movie. And soda, and you're like, you know, popcorn sprinkled with cheese powder.
So you never watched the previous
I've seen the one. Yeah, I've seen the one where they were in Abu Dhabi. They did a Fast and the Furious in Abu Dhabi.
No, I remember. Yes.
And then
What's all the previous ones so that
yes,
you can enjoy and understand what I was telling about the boosting.
yeah.
It is amazing.
I didn't see the one with Charlize Theron. I want to see that because Charlize is one of my favorite actresses. There was a Fast and the Furious. She was the tall blonde with the short hair thing.
Oh, short hair? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I'm trying to
Yeah.
remember.
I don't know if she.
I have to watch it again to
Yeah.
remember everything.
Yeah, because there's so many.
Yeah,
There's so
and
many.
it's been a while. So yeah, this is one of the movie that I literally followed it up to the end. That's why when it came out, I'm like, yay! And I told my daughter,
I know,
and my
it's-
daughter is like, you watch it? I'm like, yeah, I already watch it. With who? With JC. And by the
No,
way,
it's crazy because it's so hard for me to get her to see a movie. She's like, no, no, no.
like Nala.
Yeah. No, I don't want to see it. No. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you have to see it. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. You know, I'm like.
Yeah, you know what?
I'm like-
What I love, I like going to a movie with this man. Is he knows where the best movie theater. So I love where we went.
The Palms.
Yeah, the Palms, and where I can actually sit and just relax and scream. And I also love the fact that we are watching it. It's just like in my face. Do you know that many times I thought I was moving?
Yeah. Yeah.
And the screen is actually moving, but you thought you're moving. You're like, oh, hold on, I'm moving.
Can you just imagine when I saw the recent Spider-Man movie at the IMAX, and I was in the fifth row, that's the last row. I felt like my feet was hitting the water. That's how lifelike it was.
Oh wow!
It was like I said, oh shoot, you know, and I had to remind myself this is only a movie. This is only a movie, but according to my friend Mitch Evie, who I'll be interviewing in New York, it's she calls it visual perception. Yeah, the eye can only see in 2D, but we can manipulate the brain and believe that we are seeing a 3D image.
Totally.
Yeah.
You know, our brain goes together with our eyes because they are connected.
Yes.
Actually, can trick us literally.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
I'm gonna go out of tangent, but yeah, when you see ghosts, that's why I don't believe in ghosts. It's because of that brain.
The brain.
The brain and the eyes is kind of tricky, so you see things. I don't know.
Wouldn't it be a scary fact and you find out if the ghosts are actually inside of your brain and you're seeing it? and then your brain is like a projector, like a movie projector.
Yeah, I know, right?
You're projecting it out, but it actually comes in through.
That would be amazing.
That would be creepy, and you'll be like, oh my gosh.
It says Patrick.
Hi Patrick.
Hi, I love you too.
Hi Patrick, and hi Sambi. Hi Sambi.
Thank you. Did you watch the movie? Hobbs
Yes,
and
please
Shaw.
comment.
All right.
Oh my gosh, this amazing.
Yeah, it's an amazing movie. For those who never seen it yet, I highly recommend it to you guys. Go and see it yourself. It's really amazing to see it in the big screen because, like what I said, I felt like I just actually travel
And
to
you
the
were there,
movie.
yeah.
Yeah, I was there watching the scene. That's how I felt like it.
And it felt like it was in the comforts of your home because the seats are very comfy.
Comfortable, yes.
And this is why I'm very discriminate about my movie theaters because it could ruin or make your view of the movie, and it's just like
I agree.
what happened when the three of us with the other guy we went to see Captain Marvel. To me it was like a horrific thing because we didn't get to see the full glory of Captain Marvel because the theater, maybe because it was the last full show, they placed it in the ugliest theater that they could ever think
And
of.
now we want to introduce to you guys our super powerful,
Super cat.
super power hero.
It's the Black Dahlia. It's none other than Nala. You should show them your beautiful eyes, Nala.
Not your butt.
Yeah, not your butt. Show them your eyes. There, show them your eyes. Say hi. Hi.
All right. So thank you so much.
God.
Say your comment. Whatever you say is fine.
Yes.
We would love to hear more from you guys.
Yes.
And on our next segment,
when we come back, oh my gosh, I will be doing a review of my favorite movie of the year. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Don't go away. Grab your nachos and your drinks.
social media shows
is about
branding,
opportunity,
and outreach
we are an entertainment company that empowers others
by promoting and supporting our community
and everyone who reaches our content.
Here on social media shows,
Here we're a family.
We are family. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, sing. We are family.
We are family.
We are family.
We are a family.
We are family.
We are family, and we want you to be part of our social media shows family.
We've reached the age of live streaming on social media shows. You may ask, we're already ahead of the curve, so why do you need to advertise with us? Well, only 8% of the businesses in the US are using digital advertising to grow their business. That's 2 percentage points short of reaching critical mass, which will lead to faster results. We have 20 plus shows with a reach of over 80,000. We'll give you commercial ads, website link, and connections to nonprofit organizations. So get your brand ready for digital monetization, for we are looking for sponsors, which will bring more traffic to your business and ultimately mean more sales. So let's bring the world to you. Inquire now.
John is an employee at one of the most famous firms in the city of New York. So his job is very hectic, and he realized that it is necessary for him to go and finally take a vacation. But he went on a vacation without planning out the details, and wasn't able to truly enjoy where he went because he had to think about so many things that he didn't plan for. Instead of enjoying his time away from work, he came back with more stress that he was not able to take full advantage of his vacation. But this year, a coworker suggested him to try World Ventures this time to make his vacationing more enjoyable and less stressful. They do not require you to plan anything outside of your transportation, which is also available at discounted rates. Your stay, your transport, and many meals are planned by the club. John liked the idea very much. He tries World Ventures, and his experience with the club was amazing.
Welcome back to the last segment of Fab Life, and see, my guest has turned into a cat. Hi Nala in Hollywood, and I can't stress this enough. Like, I loved this movie so much that I watched it 2 times, and well, the first time that I saw the movie, the only reason why I saw this movie was because I heard a lot of be the daughter of Bruce Lee, and she basically said that they portrayed her father, Bruce Lee, in a very negative way. And of course, some people on Facebook were trying to calm her down and telling Shannon that your father, will always be a big legend in the martial arts field. So no matter what they do with his character, that cannot tarnish, his image. And even Quentin Tarantino said something to the effect like, please do not take this movie seriously because it's only a movie. And in the perfect form of a Quentin Tarantino movie, it has a dark comedy. Some of the comedy in this movie is not that dark; it's pretty obvious, and then some are pretty dark. The movie is. First of all, I'd like to mention that this is the first movie of Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt together in a movie. And Leonardo DiCaprio plays an actor from the 1950s who just plays a cowboy, like a great matinee cowboy, he had a Western TV show. And then later on, he abandoned his TV career for, to make it into movies. And along with him was Brad Pitt's character, and his name is Cliff. And basically, Brad Pitt's character was that of a stuntman, and he was Rick Dalton's stuntman. So if Rick had a job, then Cliff would also have a job. And so it was set in a very interesting time, transitioning to the late 60s, early 70s. So Rick Dalton was known for his black and white Western TV shows, as I have mentioned, but now he felt kind of washed up and out of place, simply because it was during the time of the flower power, the flower child, and a lot of hippies, and also this was the time of the great director Roman Polanski and Sharon Tate. And it beautiful, and the setting was so amazing and so beautiful. What else is there to say? It was beautifully written, and I highly recommend this movie, and I can't stress this enough. Um, and also, one curious thing is that this movie is also set upon that infamous time of the Manson murder, and they showed the Spawn Ranch where Charles Manson lived with his disciples, and they also showed the young girls whom he brainwashed to live with him. But it was truly marvelously written because, well, first of all, when I saw this movie, I didn't know the correlation between Sharon Tate and Charles Manson. I mean, I knew about Charles Manson, but I didn't realize that he killed a very famous person. As a matter of fact, he killed a lot of famous people back in the day. Not only did he ask his right-wing man, Tex Watson, and all those ladies, women, to kill Sharon Tate in a brutal fashion, but also Abigail Folger was there. Abigail Folger is the heiress to the Folger coffee empire, and Jay Sebring, fabulous hairstylist back in the day, and there was another gentleman who was there. I think he was the boyfriend of Abigail Folger, and anyhow, it was set during that era, and the movie was actually building up to that moment. It was building up to that tragic moment. But what I loved about this movie is that it did have an alternative ending. And a little bit of a spoilers alert here. This movie seemed to be a love letter to Sharon Tate. So yeah, I'm hoping that my director would come back to show the picture of Sharon. Oh, she's back. I just want to show you what Sharon looked like. She was considered one of the most beautiful women back in the 60s. She was a great aspiring movie star, and she had a series of movies. And she was married to the great Roman Polanski. And Roman Polanski and Sharon set the bar as the great celebrity jet set back in the day. I actually considered, and I know that my director is going to laugh at this, Roman Polanski and Sharon Tate were the Geezy and Tina Turnip back in the day. Except that this Geezy and Tina Turnip actually were married and really loved each other. So that's the big difference. And they were flying from partying from London to Beverly Hills, and had a lot of celebrity friends, and always partied at the Playboy Mansion. And everybody who went to the Playboy Mansion was the who's who. You had to be like somebody to be included in the party list of the Playboy Mansion. And this is what I loved about this movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Quentin Tarantino showed that the glamour of the 60s, back in the day. It was so amazing and so amazing. And anyhow, for those of you, like I mentioned earlier, this was set during the time of the infamous Sharon Tate murder. Please don't expect this to be a dark movie that will lead to the a graphic description of a murder, because it's not. It actually has an alternative ending, and I consider this a movie that is a love letter to Sharon. Because in this Fab Life, I don't want to glorify about the murders of Charles Manson, because now I know, and since I've been traumatized for a week now about all the killings, I even know the names of the murderers and seen the videos of the court case. No, I'm not going to dwell on that. I'm going to dwell on the glamour of Sharon Tate, and about how, Sharon was actually in the, Playboy magazine, and the one who actually took a picture of her in the Playboy magazine is none other than her husband, Roman Polanski. Not to go off on a tangent, going back to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, yes, half of the movie is an entire fabrication, and I'm glad they did it that way, because I did not want to see a pregnant woman getting stabbed to death. And I'm so glad that, spoilers alert, they did not show that. But like I said, it's a love letter to Sharon. So, yeah, you guys have to see it. And I wouldn't be surprised if Quentin Tarantino, the director, producer, and writer of this movie, will be nominated for an Oscar award. And I'm not going to be surprised if Margot Robbie, Brad Pitt, and Leonardo DiCaprio will be nominated for an Oscar award, and even a Golden Globe award. It's going to be a fascinating year in the Academy Awards next year. And so once again, if you're expecting the darkness of the Manson murders, you will not see it in this movie. Well, you will see the murderers in this movie, but not in the way that it really happened back in the day. You will come out of this movie feeling, oh, what a relief. It's a relief. You'll give yourself a sigh of relief. And also, I love this movie because it had so many funny moments. It was so funny. There were scenes, and this is the first time that I see the comedic side of Leonardo DiCaprio. I mean, he was so funny. And quoting Brad Pitt said about Leonardo DiCaprio, this has had one of the biggest meltdown moments in the history of Hollywood, because Leonardo DiCaprio had a complete meltdown. And it was so funny to see that. So I give it 10 stars. So go and see this movie. And yes. So, oh my goodness, I'd like to say hello to all my favorite peeps, my beautiful people that joined in to watch. Ronald Arnaldo, great designer from the Philippines, and Rita Badiola. Hi, Janet Ordonia, and Pastor Hill. Hi. And then Lisa Ashberger. Hi, Lisa. And Patrick and all the other people, Dana Day, Martha, and Reina, and Dana Day again. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'm hoping that you guys will see this movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And by the way, the reason why Quentin Tarantino plays Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, because it's supposed to be a fairy tale of what did not happen. A fairy tale of what was supposed to happen to prevent the murders of Sharon Tate. You will see it in this movie. But anyhow, I think I've said too much about this film. So go and see it. You'll love it. You'll laugh. You'll probably wet in your pants when you'll see Leonardo DiCaprio have his funny screaming meltdowns, and also that little girl in the movie was so funny as well. Brad had his funny moments as well, and going back to Bruce Lee, Mike Moe did an amazing job portraying Bruce Lee, and I mean, I was a little bit shocked with the scene myself, but just take the scene, with a grain of salt, because it wasn't supposed to demean Bruce Lee in any way. As a matter of fact, they in other scenes in this movie, they showed Bruce Lee as a martial arts trainer to other celebrities. So there you have it. This is my review of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and I'd also like to thank my guest host, Maria Pureza, for doing the review of Fast and Furious, Hobbs and Shaw. And until next time, I'm very excited to tell you guys that I'm flying to New York in a few weeks to cover the Manhattan Fashion Week. But before that, I'm also going to do a review of the It movie, the second movie. I know it's the horror movie that we've all been waiting for. So I'm going to do a review of that movie again. And don't forget to watch Fab Life in all social media platform, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Twitch. Please like, comment, subscribe, share, and make this show grow, because as it grows, I promise you from the bottom of my heart that I will give you better shows. All right, until next time, don't forget that your greatest fashion accessory is your self-confidence. Chowder!